Alright, we're recording. So I just wanted to make a kind of a reflection video on yesterday's interaction with Raj Shamani. Raj Shamani is probably one of like the OG content kings, right, of India, Mumbai, and it's probably one of the first people to kind of start using Instagram Reels. So I happened to go for a panel discussion yesterday at Soho House, and it was a panel discussion by the founder of Main Street, Raj Shamani. There are a few other founders as well over there, and it was a talk based on influencer marketing and content creation, like creator kind of a thing. So what I actually understood, it was a pretty cool panel discussion. I'm having to speak a bit soft because parents are awake at this. But it was a really cool panel discussion. I found a lot of value from what Raj Shamani had to say, and I got a chance to even meet him after the panel discussion. And I asked him, like, what do you use to systemize and stay consistent with posting content? And he was like, fuck that. You should never do that. Never systemize content creation. I take 2 hours in a week and I shoot all my content. That's what he said. And he was like, you need to find something that is sustainable. You need to find how to create content as a part of your lifestyle. So it's because if you create a system just to create content to be consistent, what might end up happening, he didn't say this, but what's going on in my brain is that you'll probably burn out after some point of time by trying to follow something, right? So content creation should be a part of your routine. That's what he said. It should be like a natural daily kind of habit. Find how to fit it in your current routine or your current kind of lifestyle, right? And that was my kind of big takeaway from his discussion. And the other thing that I also brought up was I run a short form video content agency, which helps industry experts, consultants to build their own personal brand, kind of become like an influencer. So we basically tell people that we help you become an influencer because people understand the word influencer more than what a personal brand is. So influencers, like the awareness, like for our attention, interest, desire, action, the AIDA model, influencers like at the attention part of it. And then we kind of educate and teach them that what we're actually trying to do is build you as a personal brand rather than an influencer, right? And then they're like, oh, okay, now I understand what personal branding is. So personal branding is not something that a lot of people know about. And it's, first of all, branding in itself is something that not a lot of people actually know about. And it's something that people are slowly understanding, that the world is turning towards personal branding and influencers winning on social media, not brands. So if you're a content creator, you probably if you're a successful content creator, you probably have more distribution than a brand's page. And numbers don't lie. You probably might follow a few content creators on Instagram or even in YouTube, where it's people who are driving the most amount of distribution, likes, engagement, as compared to a brand's page or a company's account page, right? Because it's the simple reason that we follow, like we believe in Stitch Network, is that people love people. And as long as you're able to provide value, you have a personality or face, you have a voice, you keep it conversational and engaging, you'll always be able to attract people to you, because again, people love people. So that's like our motto, our tagline when it comes to explaining our service to people. Yesterday's panel discussion was amazing. And Raj also had, someone else had told me about this content creation system that Rashman uses, which is called the ECG, and I have to look it up. I haven't gotten a chance to do that, but we'll definitely take a look at what that is. And he also had mentioned about how I could get more clients, because he was like, so people aren't spending enough, but they don't have, a lot of people don't have budgets. I was like, okay, like what are the budgets for content creation for personal branding? He's like, it should be around 10 lakhs per month. I was like, what? Because I don't charge that much. I charge 1/10 of that amount on a monthly retainer for my clients. And he's like, oh, then you'll easily get 10 clients. I was like, okay, cool. Where do I get clients then? It's like, go to Inc42, go to your story, go and find all the funded founders, hit them up, and those probably convert as clients, right? And that actually made a lot of sense. So that is something that we will start doing right now, and start optimizing our own funnels to attract more founders and founders of funded companies, basically, because what we're trying to do again is build personal brands of as people. We're trying to build that person. Our whole philosophy is based on that. It's actually opposed to influencer marketing, which influencer marketing, as you guys know, is like you pay an influencer and this is what we probably know, that you pay someone who has like a lot of followers and maybe engagement, and they will you pay them and they'll promote your product or service, right? That's what a lot of 90% of people would say what influencer marketing is, right? So we are trying to not do that. We're actually trying to do the opposite, which is we tell business owners, don't spend on influencer marketing. Instead, spend that money on yourself and you become an influencer for your own brand or your own product or service, right? So it's actually opposed from influencer marketing. It's like you become the influencer for your own brand, and it's a lifetime investment, because if you're the influencer for your own brand and you end up becoming famous or driving a lot of engagement and traffic, and people recognize you for that particular person, for the brand, you will never in your life have to hire an influencer anymore. It's just you and just you that is like kind of the face of the brand and is the influencer of the brand, and you own that brand as well. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. But however, it is a long-term game, right? And not a lot of people are ready to spend that amount of money in the long run, because getting everything planned, having a team to plan out your content, shoot your content, and then having it edited and posted on social media, and having it consistently done every single day is going to cost money, obviously, right? So it's not a very financial viable, or it's not very affordable to a lot of early stage founders or early stage startups, and that is why we're trying to also build packages that will allow them to do it themselves. We call them DIY packages, wherein we just give you consultation and we can probably like handle like the editing part of it, which is the post-production, but like maybe the scripting and the shooting is already done on their end, right? Or maybe the scripting is also something that we take over, but it's just the shooting part that is done on their end, because shooting is expensive, right? Getting a team of people to set up lighting, sound, your camera rent cost per day, it's kind of expensive, right? So that drives up the price a lot for our service. But I think if you're able to crack a particular model wherein we're able to do a DIY shoot in a very sustainable way, I think we should be able to get a lot more clients. And yeah, the other parts of my reflection from yesterday's talk would revolve around success forgives everything. So if you ever made mistakes in your brand or business, and you're afraid of that failure, or you got a lot of bad branding, the moment you become successful in what you do, that success is going to forgive everything. And this is what something Vedant Lamba had said from Main Street, and that actually kind of resonated. It's like, yeah, that kind of makes sense, because people might remember you for your failures, but they'll automatically forget about your failures as soon as you become successful, right? And that's actually pretty true. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to check my notes that I made from the meeting that I had yesterday. So I always keep my Google Keep handy whenever I hop into a meeting, so I can just like punch in all those notes. So Raj Shamani also mentioned that every year social media platforms release their own annual paper. It's like a white paper, but like what they're going to basically be, what's the platform about for the next year. And he's like, spend like an hour or 2 hours like just understanding and reading what they put out, because through that process you'll know which features they're launching, and naturally any feature that any platform like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or TikTok, whatever's launching, any new feature that they launch, they want to promote that. So if you're able to use that feature to create your content, the chances of you being pushed up to the top are very, very easy, right? It's hard. It's not going to be hard. Yep, Shamani also had a lot of things to say on a bunch of content creation tips, a lot of which are really cool. I feel like he's like the pioneer for like becoming a content creator, right? Because he's done it from scratch, and it has literally been one of the first people to make Instagram reels when the reels just launched in India. So it's pretty cool to know. We also had discussed that there are two types of content creators. There are topic-based creators and there are also relationship-based creators, right? So or topic-based content or relationship-based content, wherein you can create content based on a particular topic just because you're interested in that topic. So for example, like food reviews, or like the best cookware or the best carpentry tools. Like those are very specific topics, right? And you could create content based on these topics, like topics that people actually like finding, like weight loss tips, and like how to get better skin, or what are the best laptops, the best gear for camera. These are all topics, right? So if you can create content based on topics, on specific topics, and you could build your personal brand or your content around topics. Or you could be a relationship based content creator, which is you create content, it's just like your day in the life. You talk about certain things and people just love who you are. Like they watch your entire video because they want to be a part of your life. So examples are like Casey Neistat. I don't know anyone else that does relationship based content, but there's Casey Neistat that is pretty famous in like the space. So and there are a few people, I'm pretty sure. This is like your lifestyle, your fashion bloggers, and much more. So that also gives a lot of clarity that, hey, do I want to be a relationship based content creator, or do I want people to follow me because of the things that I talk about or the topics that I talk about in specific, right? So having that clear is also very important. Raj also mentioned, all of them mentioned in the panel, that it's very important to identify who you are first, because being genuine and having like a very genuine tone of voice, even being very genuine with what you say, being yourself is super important on social media, because as soon as you put on a mask, people are going to come to know. And you can put on that mask, like that's not a problem, but how long will you hold that mask for, right? Because I'm estimating in about 30 days, 60 days of probably creating content with the mask, is probably start fucking with your brain. So that's a cool insight to also know, because even when I was starting out, I didn't know. I haven't even started out yet, but this is like 3-4 years ago when like I saw a lot of other people creating content. You probably might have seen also like 3 to 4 years, 5 years approx, like a lot of people creating content. You probably got super intrigued by the type of content that they put out. Like I'm not talking about everyone, but there were specific content creators that you would get super intrigued about, and you'll be so surprised about their lifestyle that's on the gram. And now I realize that was just a mask, that's not their true self or their true identity, that's not their true way of living. They're just showing you that 1% or that one part of life that's probably scripted and like shot in the right way and then edited on a program or something, right? So you can't hold a mask for very long, and if you do, it'll eventually start fucking with your mind, and God forbid you get really famous for that particular mask, then you are married to it. You have to stick to that mask. You cannot change that brand identity, right? So it's best to start off being very genuine. That is the that is the key takeaway that I've understood from yesterday's interaction with all the panel members. And what else? Yeah, it probably takes some time to find your voice, finding your this. There was also one really cool tip, which was start off niche and then go wide, right? Don't try to do everything at once. Like, just maybe try to get popular for one particular thing, and then you could start introducing other topics or branches of your content creation, right? For me, I think how this would apply is I might only talk about video editing, right? I should probably not hop into design as well. I should only like focus on video editing. And then I guess probably if I hit maybe 10k, maybe 10k followers, I don't know how fast or how much work will have to be obviously a lot of work will have to be put on. I'm assuming I won't be able to hit 10k followers without at least 60 to 100 posts on Instagram, like reels, like properly edited reels, and doing it consistently. So that's going to be a lot of work. But point is, what was I saying? I completely forgot. Yeah, point is, be consistent. Being consistent is gonna require me to figure out how I can add this content creation as a part of my daily routine, right? And or like, it doesn't have to be every day, right? It could be like even once a week. But for me, at least, I would want to figure out how to do it every day, because at least I'll know if I fail at it, that's fine, right? Then I at least know that, okay, this is not something that I can do every day. But I'm pretty sure there can be one single day that I can schedule a time or find a time when to do this kind of stuff, right? According to my lifestyle, nothing is really planned. There's a lot of impromptu stuff happening simply because I run multiple things, so it's hard to track and manage everything, and you never know when. It's like my life right now is like, imagine you have a stove that has like 5 to 6 burners, and each burner has like one dish, right? And like you've planned out, like your burners, like, okay, this, but suddenly one particular dish can start being overcooked or undercooked, and like maybe giving you a problem. Then you got to focus over there and get ingredients too. It's hard to manage everything right now, at least on my kind of burners. But managing, it's fine. And I feel that we live in one of the best times of life, wherein everything is you can use technology to solve a lot of problems, and you can use your mind to also solve a lot of problems, and be smart. So always keep on learning, always write down what you learned and then reflect on it, and this continuous cycle. You got to keep on doing it every single day. And yeah, life will be good. Already is good. Just trying to make it better and maximize quality of life at this point. So yep, I really hope I'm able to figure out my content creation game, how I can be consistent, what is my type of content that I would be creating. So I won't know unless I start creating, right? So yep, I have a few content ideas planned out, and I have a few content ideas. I've written a script for one idea, I think. So I have this handy book of mine over here. So this is the book, and so it's like different. So this yellow one is like my video editing content, and like the first page starting across is like, this is like my full of EN content. So initially I was going to just start with full of EN, which I envision to be like full of EN, like literally everything that I do, like tech, design, AI, everything that I do. It's like that relationship based content, right? Not being niche. That full of EN would be like day in the life, doing everything. I'll probably make a content idea on tech, probably make a content idea on maybe how the hell does this world work, what is the interplanetary solar system made of, etc. But Edit2TN is like purely for video editing, like editors. So they're just attracting and focusing on the video editing community of Mumbai and creating content based in and around video editing. But it's not limited to just video editing on Premiere Pro. It's like in general, like Premiere Pro, After Effects, CapCut, Filmora, DaVinci Resolve, editing on your mobile phone, anything related to video editing is what I'm planning to keep it, because I feel that is where a lot of people are entering right now. So there's a lot of people who want to learn how to do video editing, and if what Raj Shamani said was true, which is eventually in the next 3 to 5 years, everyone will have to create content, right? They will have to have a personal brand. They have to be their own content creators. Naturally, they'll have to learn how to edit their own content, right? And there are two factors of demand that I think right now in my head, which is there's going to be a lot of people who would need to learn and would want to learn how to edit videos like nicely. And secondly, there'll be a lot of brands and businesses and personal brands that will demand for video editors. And naturally, video editing as a career, as a job, is going to increase in its demand. And I just want to help people who want to take part of that career, who want to be a part of the video editing boom. It's already on. I don't know when this video would probably come out, but it's already happening as I speak. So yeah, just trying to ride the wave and probably build my personal brand along with everyone else. So yep. Anyways, won't keep this video is gone up to like 20 minutes, but if I cut it down, I do not know how many reels will I be able to make from this. But anyways, it was nice speaking to you all, and hope to make more videos like this soon. Cheers.